PNG Government and ADB host forum. And PNG to chair climate meeting this year.
A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I am Louis Maingu. Thank you for joining us. The former chairman of the Guns Committee, Jerry Singrok, said there is a breakdown in leadership in the military and police structure. He said this following the increased use of guns in tribal fights in the country.
Today, during the second day of the National Development Forum with the topic on firearm regulation, licensing and usage of gun, the former Major General Jerry Singrok said there is incompetency from NEC down to commanders and others.
Leadership is about the ability to have influence and control over an organization that you own and that you command. Because if not, it's a breakdown. So we have a system.
He further stressed that engaging other countries to provide security is not a solution to all the issues faced, especially the usage of guns.
An industry. It's the growing industry. And the majority of the people said, we want to stop those people who are sponsoring guns. It comes back to politicians, businessmen. Man and Mary only walk outside Long Province. They told us that we, the ordinary people, cannot buy guns. Gani Kamasa, especially going towards national elections.
Singrok also recommended that the police commissioner must be removed as the registrar of firearms.
Firearms Act of 1978 gives him the jurisdictions to control the administration and the operations of firearms. So we propose in our committee, and it's still fresh today, that the firearms committee should consist of a competent judge or person and civil society to determine who will have guns and who will not have guns. We also propose that only a quota of guns be issued to security companies based on the nature of their task. We propose also that everybody who's been issued guns, their names must be promulgated on a website that we all know that he or she is carrying a gun. It's very, very important. If the government decides that we must have access to guns, then they must have oversight over it. It's a very important aspect.
He said military and police force need to do their work diligently.
Police and the military, they need to come out and tell us how they're going to control the issue of firearms. How do they account for the ammunition that they're giving? Because as far as I'm concerned as a soldier, if a soldier is given 40 rounds, he must come back and account for the rounds that he's been given. If 3 rounds have been expended, where did they go? The Australian government, after the guns report, the Australian Army invested about $5 million to upgrade armories. I am informed even now that the accountability of armories have completely collapsed in the military. And I'm informed also that in the recent buyback guns in Hela province, 11 million was committed to buy back guns. Within 30 days after they were bought back, they filtered back into society.
He further raised concerns by stating that the old police system and the structure is collapsing, and so Ombudsman Commission need to step up in their work and prosecute leaders involved in illegal activities. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Women Representative Ruth Kisam Tindiwi said fights in the 3 Upper Islands provinces is no longer a tribal fight, but a gangland war where people own guns involved in the fights for survival.
Ruth Kisam said people who own guns feels that they are above the law. She mentioned that women and children are mostly affected.
We are now trying to build this nation on broken wombs. Women that have been raped, tortured, and you're trying to build a nation on that broken. You just imagine the level of toxicity that you're putting into the next generation. And that's what guns enable. Guns enable that. Guns make men feel that they're infallible. Young plaman olim gun lo anem, me talking about you trap like that. You sit down. Why you sit down here?
She said women from the 3 Upper Highlands provinces also support their sons and husbands to involve in the fights.
In a group, growing concerns among women up in the 3 Upper Highlands provinces. And let me just say it here. 3 Upper Highlands provinces, their budget is about 700 million a year to the provincial governments. So if you're from any one of those provinces that is sitting here, I would like to know where those monies are going. Those 3 Upper Islands provinces, what is being said with the women there is this. The sons are telling the mothers, me like in bullets. They're coming to Juwaka to pay for bullets. They're going to Goroka, Simbu to pay for bullets. Driving as far as Goroka, lo buying bullet. On one, lo buying bullet, selling bullet, they won't stop. On Mary, lo buying bullet, they stop. They also him, because all lo side blow, lo thing him. Suppose me no buying bullet, lo beginning man blow me badai, me ba no ga beginning man. Or me ba no gat man.
Ms. Kisam said there is no chain of command when deploying disciplinary forces to those areas. She said there is no leadership existing in the community level.
Someone from Pogra made a comment, and I hope he can be able to actually expound on this. So I know for certain that the last fight that happened up in Pogra was because the police brought in their own illegal miners in their vehicle, put them up to the mine. So then online as plus all illegal miners get up na talk. How you plakam because me plan no look salo face play you. Because even all criminal or sabe all yet. How you come inside? Or look me no gat. All policeman that carry mo na tromo your lab. Na talk you plan house police also half him. Half gold blow you, half gold blow me. Time me plakam me clock see me because all security no say check him or policeman. So time me plan me ke most there is this anarchy that is happening that is destroying us from within.
Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
The Police Commissioner David Manning, whilst addressing the forum on strengthening law and order, said community policing is the cornerstone of crime prevention.
Commissioner Manning said collaboration with other disciplinary forces is paramount to combat law and order.
To affirm our commitment to working collaboratively with other discipline forces and international partners to combat organized crime and cross-border threats.
He further added on the importance of community policing.
A robust network of cooperation and information sharing is crucial for addressing the complexities of the modern criminal environment. And as far as crime prevention, which we have planned to deliver through community policing, community policing is a cornerstone of crime prevention strategies across many jurisdictions. Engaging with the community, understanding their concerns and working together.
The Deputy Commander for PNG Defence Force, Brigadier General Larry Opa, elaborated on how to address and talk about strengthening the rule of law.
And the first part is strengthening. So I think that talks about now. What do we do? And many of those interventions have been mentioned by various speakers. How do we address that? Legislative reforms, policy reforms, all those good buzzwords that we all use every day. I think those are things that we can do today. But what about the second part? Securing the future. I think it's in the culture. The culture that we create and inculcate in our future generation will be the key.
Another speaker who spoke at the National Forum, which was hosted by Consultative Implementation and Monitoring Council, Peter Nupiri, said, "We cannot keep doing the same things and expecting different results." Mr. Nupiri said the law and order issues are mostly arising among the youth's group.
I think we need to establish that. And I also think that the law and order thing is sitting with the youth at the moment, the young population. The National Service Program needs to be established, and it must run. We can't keep talking. We've got to get action. Get the policy document in order now so we can start implementing.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
6 departmental heads were sworn in today at the Government House by the Governor General, Sir Bob Dadai.
The Government House was filled with family members and colleagues of the 6 departmental heads that were sworn in today. They were the Secretary for the Department of Works and Highways, Gibson Olemba, Chief Executive Officer for Tourism Promotion Authority, Eric Mosman Uvovo, the Secretary for the Department of Information and Communication Technology, Stephen Mataino, and the Chief Immigration Officer for the Papua New Guinea Immigration and Citizenship Service Authority, Wellington Navasivu, and the Administrator for Manus, Mame Kasalau. All 5 were on a 4-year contract, while the Chief Executive Officer for the National Procurement Commission, Joe Sapa, on a 3-year contract. The signing was witnessed by the Deputy Secretary for the Department of Personnel Management, Vele Ravugamini. The Governor General was then given the opportunity to congratulate each of the departmental heads. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The Government and Asian Development Bank co-hosted the first ever National Power Sector Forum with the objective to develop an action plan that will focus on providing reliable, affordable and sustainable energy to the country.
The forum held at the APEC House in Port Moresby today focused on the 2 key strategic priority areas, which are sector planning and financial sustainability. Prime Minister Marape, in his keynote speech, outlined the government's energy vision and policy reforms in the sector.
It's a noble focus, but we want to go beyond just 70% in this decade. At the very earliest, if not by 2045, when our nation celebrates 70 years of independence, if not by then, at an earlier date than that, we want to have 100% of reliable, cleaner electricity for our people in our country. As leaders, we set the national goal, national vision. And look into 2045, it is not too far down the line.
Minister for State Enterprises, William Duma, also highlighted the importance of energy sector and its impact on the economy.
Increase in electricity generation to 500 megawatts in the Wamon grid, 250 megawatts in the Port Moresby grid, and 40 megawatts in the Gazelle grid. Those targets are part of the Marape government's overall objective to provide electricity to 70% of our households by the year 2030 and achieve 100% carbon.
Minister Duma further stressed on the challenges faced by PNG Power Limited.
PNG Power, our electricity company, is confronted with a number of issues that impede its capacity to serve our population effectively. It is financially and operationally handicapped. Currently, our electricity grid is burdened by aging infrastructure, high operation costs, low revenue collection, absence of asset management plans, 30% power losses every time.
ADB Country Director Sahid Zadansa said the forum was important as it would help them to come up with action plan.
That energy sector. I hope this forum will bring new impulses, new ideas and commitments to help us turn around the energy sector in the country. I would like to also say that ADB is committed to partnering with Papua New Guinea in achieving its national energy goals and its broader development goals.
Development partners and academia from countries such as Australia, Sri Lanka, Philippines, Nepal, as well as representatives from World Bank and United Nations also participated in the forum. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister James Marape warned the board and management of PNG Power Limited to be serious in implementing government's energy vision and policy reforms.
During the National Power Sector Forum, Mr. Marape said it is the government's goal to achieve the 70% electrification in the country. The Prime Minister highlighted the government's energy vision and policy reform together with the need for practical and sustainable solutions. However, he said PNG Power has been complacent in the last 20 years and want them to perform and start implementing it.
And there's no time to waste. Mr. Minister, EPP, we will not wait for 2 years or 3 years. Help it be happening today. We have been carrying PNG Power from a public service mindset for so long. Sick and tired of this mindset. Allow private sector to come in and do the job. 51% we hold, 49% with management, just like we did in Pogra. With management, it goes to the private sector. Put it out in public tender. Chinese, Indian, ASEAN, Australian, American, you're the ones who can come in and partners. Ask ADB, be part of the process. Let's get the prospectus out at the very earliest. We cannot.
Marape said board members and management will lose their job if they do not perform.
Professor Kavanamur, if you cannot do the job, leave the job. Ronald Mekata, if you cannot do the job, leave the job. Mr. Chairman, this is not your birthright. Don't fight over this job. Leave it, step out of office, let my Lewis come in. I want this sector to be moving and not fighting for space, territory. This country deserves to do things, not wasting another 20 years. Fighting spaces, fighting territories. How comes PNG Power, the biggest monopoly now, is not the monopoly of 1975 or 80s? The monopoly in 2025. Potmosby has more customers, Ley has more customers, Boroka, Hagen has more customers. People are waiting, maybe people come schooling people, PhD, Saverman, degree, masters.
The Prime Minister concluded that PNG Power Limited has monopoly in power supply and there should not be any excuses. Mr. Marape made a statement in front of the development partners such as ADB, World Bank and United Nations Development Programme who attended the forum. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Attention all students, parents and schools. The Smart Start School promotion is back for 2025. Your school could win a school grant worth 44,000 kina. Here's how. Collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits, write your name, number and school on an envelope, put the empty packets inside and drop them into an entry box at a registered school. The school with the highest number of valid entries in each region wins. 1,000 consolation prizes are also up for grabs. Register your school now with Paradise Foods Limited. Smart Start breakfast biscuit, proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems, and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
EMTV News A Closer Look returns for 2025, the current affairs program that brings to you weekly insights for the latest on education, health, business, politics,
I just want to make that clear,
sports, and more. A Closer Look, every Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Minister for Environment Conservation and Climate Change, Simon Kilepa, has announced 4 key initiatives of the Climate Change and Development Authority today in a media conference.
Minister Kilepa gave a brief background information of the 4 key initiatives, which are the uplifting of the moratorium on new voluntary carbon market projects in PNG, the implementation of National Climate Change Regulation 2024, the establishment of the National Climate Change Board, and the revenue generation through the implementation of green fees. Meanwhile, Minister highlighted the importance of establishing a National Climate Change Board.
The formalization of the NCCB represents a significant milestone in PNG's commitment to climate action. It will facilitate the alignment of national climate policies with international best practices, strengthening PNG's position in accessing climate finance and implementing sustainable development projects in the space of climate change.
Supporting Minister's statement was the Acting Managing Director for CCDA, Deborah Sungi.
So we have the National Executive Council endorsement for us to convene our board meeting, and we're looking forward to have the swearing in and the inaugural meeting. And after 10 years, we have actually done it in a year, and that's something that we are very proud to also make mention of, having a National Climate Change board in country, and it's consisting of 11 members, of which the representatives are at the departmental heads level, and that's inclusive of all sectors that we have under the Climate Change Management Act.
Ms. Sungi further elaborated on the new voluntary carbon market projects in PNG, stating that it also includes other sectors as well as the forestry sector.
We have this regulation endorsed through the Parliament and that through the National Executive Council, and that now leverages us to fully implement the carbon markets regulation. And it not only focuses on the voluntary market and the forestry sector, but it is inclusive of other sectors, including energy, including waste, including industrial process as well, and other market approach apart from the voluntary market itself.
Meanwhile, Minister Kilepa also announced the 42nd Green Climate Fund Board meeting that PNG will be hosting in Port Moresby from the 30th of June to the 3rd of July this year.
Minister Kilepa said the 42nd Green Climate Fund Board meeting is one of the international events for this year that was approved by the National Executive Council.
I am pleased to announce the hosting of the 42nd Green Climate Fund Board meeting from 30th June to 3rd July 2025 in Port Moresby. The Green Climate Fund Board is the biggest billion-dollar climate fund. This year's B42 meeting is one of the few National Executive Council approved international events to be hosted by the government for the year 2025. This presents an unparalleled opportunity for PNG to engage directly with global finance leaders and position itself at the forefront of international climate action.
It was highlighted that hosting the event will provide a unique platform for government agencies, private sector leaders, and development partners to better understand global climate finance flows, engage with the Global Climate Finance Secretariat, and explore pathways to access funding through accredited entities. Acting Managing Director Deborah Sungi further stressed on the event.
A stage where we are talking about, we are going to be hosting another round of meeting and what are we going to benefit out of it. But the Green Climate Fund board meeting in itself is very, very big billion-dollar fund. And that is where we are trying our best to have access to investment funding out from that big board. The big fund itself. So the board meeting, after 10 years, we bring it to the Pacific. The last 10 years was hosted in Samoa, and we're privileged to have it here in Port Moresby.
The Kairuku District Development Authority presented its 2024 acquittals to the Department of Implementation and Rural Development, fulfilling government requirements for financial accountability.
During the presentation, Kairuku MP Peter Iso Aimo shared his development plans with the department, outlining key initiatives aimed at improving infrastructure and services in the district.
You'll find we have issues in our electorate in terms of road and infrastructure. So at some point in time, I was going to write to you seeking clearance if the Kairuku DDA board can resolute maybe 60 or 80% of the DSIP funds into fixing all our district feeder roads.
Department of Implementation and Rural Development Secretary Ahi Vaki acknowledged the submission, emphasizing the importance of compliance and accountability in district development funding. He commended the Kairuku District Development Authority for adhering to reporting requirements and encouraged other districts to follow suit.
We would like to see what has been implemented, basically what you can provide as financial report, and that translates into the fiscal reports, which we need to see some tangible development in our electorate.
Yes.
I know you are trying your very best to do what you can do for our district. People's demands are all the time there, but let us avoid it at all costs and focus on projects that can have impact and benefit people's lives.
As part of its modernization effort, DIRD is transitioning to digital presentations through the Bilum project. This initiative aims to streamline the submission process, enhance data accuracy, and improve accessibility for all stakeholders. The submission of acquittals is a crucial step in ensuring that government funds are utilized effectively for the benefit of communities. James Gukan, National EMTV News.
Mineral Resources Managing Director Jerry Gary revealed that total revenue of 30 billion kina is expected this year, subject to gold price, low exchange rates, and attainment of full production in Porgera mine.
MRA Managing Director said the country's total mineral export revenue in 2024 was 19 billion kina. Mr. Gary made this announcement during a handover-takeover ceremony of the mining ministry between the former mining minister Wake Goi and the new mining minister Rainbow Paita on Tuesday in Port Moresby. Mr. Gary said the state was currently in the process of permitting Wafi-Golpu and Frida River mining projects, which award a total value of almost $12 billion US, adding that under the leadership of Minister Paita, the permitting of these two mega projects would be concluded. He said as far as sustainability and continuous generation of the country's annual revenue is concerned, mineral exploration was crucial, especially for the country like PNG, whose economy is largely dependent on mineral revenue. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
ExxonMobil PNG Limited recently handed over 7 newly built education educational infrastructure projects to PNG LNG plant communities valued at 2 million kina.
The infrastructure projects were handed over to the communities of Lealea, Papa, Boera and Porebada in Central Province. Lealea and Boera primary schools, together with Papa Junior High School, each received a double-story classroom, while Porebada Primary School received a double-story duplex classroom. In addition, Lealea Primary School and Papa Junior High School each received a new staff house, while Porebada Primary School received a new administration building. Chairman and Managing Director of ExxonMobil PNG Limited, Dennis Sivasambo, said a well-structured learning environment infused with the right resources and a positive atmosphere can be transformative for both students and staff. He said infrastructure investments like this demonstrates ExxonMobil's partnership with PNG and ongoing commitment to its people. Board Chairman of Porebada Primary School, Taumaku Baru, encouraged the community to look after the newly built infrastructure. Mr. Baru thanked ExxonMobil PNG for their continuous support to the schools and communities. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The kina closed lower at 0.2462 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying 0.2387 US dollars, 0.3794 Australian dollars, 0.2127 euro, and 35.9 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed higher, copra closed higher, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading lower, and copper closed unchanged. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Share the love with Gullah Ice Cream, Gullah Cone Ice Creams, Gullah Stick Ice Creams, and Gullah Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gullah range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gullah Ice Creams.
Gullah, Gullah, yum. Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Tonight on Sports Scene, PNG Olympic Committee at the Youth Resource Suite.
We're just looking for prospects for weightlifting.
Sparrows Netball Junior set for the 2025 season.
I think you should all give netball a try.
And we chat with PNG US-based athlete Isila Apku. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Melanesian Institute Grassroots Community Advocacy with key stakeholders came together, making a call to action on ending sorcery, accusation-related violence, gender-based violence and substance abuse at Nazarene Church at Wara Market in Simbu Province.
Since the initiative on ending sorcery, accusation-related violence, gender-based violence and substance abuse commenced, it has served as a beacon of hope, spreading vital information throughout the island's region, Morobe and Medang province.
The grassroots, the families, grassroots communities, all the agencies, schools, churches, the government, our local and international NGOs to support us to continue to have that way, to continue to have that good spirit and spread that good news beyond the Highlands region, beyond Leh, Morobe and Madang province. We would like to reach more, but first to continue giving this fellow good school, now go on place where got light long end.
The meeting signifies the strength and resilience of local voices that aims to create a safe and more inclusive community.
We work with the community development and work with the body of Christ to address all these issues. And we are funding around 2 million for a church activities in the province this year. So we believe that we must speak up, we must act. This is what we are doing now. The government is doing now, partnering with the churches, and we are trying to address all gender violence, drug addicts, tribal fights, everything is part and parcel of this.
The call to action on ending sorcery, accusation-related violence, gender-based violence and substance abuse at Nazarene Church in Simbu Province saw representatives from the Melanesian Institute Grassroots Community Advocacy, key stakeholders including United Nations Population Fund country representatives, Shaira Shamin, provincial member for Simbu Province Noah Cool, provincial leaders and representatives from various churches. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
Being in existence for 30 years now, the National Volunteer Services hosted a media roundtable for the first time to educate the media on its functions and roles to human development in the country.
Your leaders, your counselors,
Existing for 3 decades now, with the services of sending skilled volunteers to serve in the remotest parts of Papua New Guinea, where the government cannot reach, National Volunteer Service is not widely known in the country. With the team unlocking the power of volunteerism through media, NVS hosted its first ever media roundtable today with the aim to educate the different media organizations on their roles and functions and to create a partnership to deliver local stories to the public through the act of volunteerism. NVS Director Public Relations and Marketing, Jacqueline Kriwanti, clarified that National Volunteer Service is a government agency that was enacted by Parliament. The media roundtable will conclude tomorrow. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
And now moving to overseas news. There's nervousness around the world ahead of Donald Trump's self-proclaimed Liberation Day, when he's set to announce across-the-board tariffs that could spark a global trade war.
The White House has confirmed reciprocal duties will be imposed on countries immediately after the US president outlines them tomorrow. The scale is unknown, but he's already detailed a 25% tariff on auto imports after slapping extra fees on aluminium and steel imports.
The president said last night he has made a decision and a determination. I was with him in the Oval Office earlier, and he is going to announce that decision tomorrow. I don't want to get ahead of the president. This is obviously a very big day. He's with his trade and tariff team right now, perfecting it to make sure this is a perfect deal for the American people and the American worker.
The Trump administration has already applied extra tariffs on all imports from China, while they've been on and then postponed for Canada and Mexico. Canada is vowing to impose countermeasures on its main trading partner if Donald Trump goes ahead with the plan, while Mexico is adopting a wait-and-see approach.
I will reject all attempts to weaken Canada, all attempts to wear us down, to break us down, so that America can own us. That will never, ever happen. We will put in place retaliatory measures if there are additional measures put against Canada tomorrow.
We do not believe in an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, because that always leads to a bad situation. Of course, measures are taken, because measures are taken on the other side, but the dialogue must continue. It's not about tit for tat, but about what is best for Mexico and how to face this situation.
The US Trade Office has released a list of trade grievances it has with Australia. They make mention of barriers surrounding meat, pharmaceuticals, social media and local content streaming laws. But in a show of unity, both Labor and the Coalition insist none of them is up for negotiation. In the US, there's been an acknowledgement from officials that the new tariffs will raise prices, and some economists estimate the average family could spend more than $6,000 more a year. That's got consumers worried.
It's going to make most of what I buy more expensive.
My family's worried. I'm worried.
Things are tough enough as it is now, and then increasing prices is going to hurt a lot of pocketbooks here.
The term I like best probably is the liberation of America. It's the liberation of this country because it's incredible. Look, we have $36 trillion in debt for a reason.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
becoming increasingly more important to deal with money laundering and countering terrorist financing.
Join us every Monday nights at 7 p.m. for In Focus, your weekly news and current affairs talk show, which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions, and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and in the region.
Areas involving politically exposed persons, reporting of suspicious transactions.
The trend is that we have been seeing increasing number of kidney diseases, ones where we can treat and then they recover.
There are existence of clandestine laboratories illicitly producing crystal meth.
Every Monday nights at 7 p.m.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Cricket PNG and naming rights sponsor Boroko Motors has officially launched the 2025 Isuzu T20 Smash competition today.
Speaking today at the launching, Cricket PNG CEO Richard Dunn gave a rundown of the game.
It's really exciting to be here again. We were here at this time last year for the launch of the 2024 T20 Smash. This year, again, 2025, for the second year of the Isuzu Boroko sponsorship of our T20 Smash in 2025.
He further emphasised and also thanked Boroko Motors for their support.
Excited that we're starting tomorrow. We play Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Amini Park, and then we play next Wednesday, Thursday, and then again on the weekend the following week, so Saturday, Sunday. But from Cricket PNG's point of view, thank you very much to Donovan and to Lisa Marie for their support of Cricket PNG. It's our premier domestic competition, and it's the most important time for us every year to be able to look at the talent that we have in this country.
Boroko Motors National Sales and Marketing Manager Donovan Brooks also said same sentiments.
This collaboration marks another milestone in the journey of both cricket in Papua New Guinea and our continued support of Cricket PNG, who believe in the power of sport to inspire and unite the communities. As many of you know, the Isuzu T20 Cup has become one of the most exciting and anticipated cricket competitions and tournaments in PNG, bringing together talented cricketers across the nation. This partnership will help in fostering the next generation of cricket stars by providing them with the resources and the platform they need to excel.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Meanwhile, CEO Richard Dunn also gave a highlight of the key events for PNG national team Barramundis.
There's two big events. We've got one in I think it's August, which is the Challenge League A, which is a 50-over competition. That's part of the pathway to the 50-over World Cup. So that's in Jersey, and then they come back, and then in October they go to Oman. If you recall, 2 years ago we played the East Asia Pacific qualifier, which qualified us for the West Indies. In their wisdom, the ICC decided to combine Asia and East Asia Pacific, and so there are 9 sides, 6 Asian sides and 3 East Asia Pacific sides going to that event, and 3 places for the World Cup. So we're very hopeful that one of those 3 places is definitely going to be ours.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You make holy man no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Team PNG Hero Athlete Workshop has expanded beyond Port Moresby, reaching athletes in Kokopo, Lae and Goroka.
I'll just pick 3 concerns from here.
The event, organized by PNG Olympic Committee, the 3-day workshop introduced athletes to the foundation of being a Team PNG Hero Athlete, delivering impactful programs and taking actions as hero athletes. This initiative, which develops leadership and community engagement among athletes, is designed to empower sportsmen and women to create meaningful change in their communities through sport. This year's batch of hero athletes include 46 new members, with the highest number from Lae with 16, followed by 11 from Goroka, 10 in Port Moresby and 9 in Kokopo. Speaking on the expansion of the program, PNGOC Secretary General Desmond Kaviagu emphasized its importance on the program.
Your conduct, about how you carry yourselves, your values, so you are known for what you do on the field, on the courts, in the pools, but now it's more about what you can do for your respective organizations, your families, your communities. So what we want to do is equip you with those skills. So you go through public speaking, personal values, and then we'll equip you with those knowledge so you can go out and participate in our programs.
One of the participants, Eugene Eka, also a national touch footy athlete, expressed his excitement after the 3-day workshop.
It's an exciting day, exciting few days with regards to, like I said, the activities that were presented and the scenarios and getting the athletes engaged. So I feel really prepared and feel okay to go out and represent not only myself, my family, my code, but represent the HERO program and what it stands for with the acronym of HERO. So being honest, anything that I have to do it excellent, be open and be respectful, have self-respect and have respect for people around in my community and whoever I approach after this.
The final plan on how they would apply their newfound knowledge communities through PNGOC. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Attention all students, parents and schools. The Smart Start School promotion is back for 2025. Your school could win a school grant worth 44,000 kina. Here's how. Collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits, write your name, number and school on an envelope, put the empty packets inside and drop them into an entry box at a registered school. The school with the highest number of valid entries in each region wins. 1,000 consolation prizes are also up for grabs. Register your school now with Paradise Foods Limited. Smart Start breakfast biscuit, proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Tonight on Sports Scene, PNG Olympic Committee at the Youth Resource Suite.
We're just looking for prospects for weightlifting.
Sparrows Netball Junior set for the 2025 season.
I think you should all give netball a try.
And we chat with PNG US-based athlete Isila Apku. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number 1 to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather report for the next 24 hours. In Southern Region, Port Moresby City, few showers with possible thunderstorms. Daru, mostly cloudy with few showers. Kerma, partly cloudy with chances of a few showers. Alotau, mostly fine. And Popondetta, cloudy with some showers and possible showers. In the Momase region, Lae City, mostly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorm. Madang, mostly cloudy with chances of showers and thunderstorm. Wewak, mostly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorm. And Vanimo, partly cloudy with some showers. In New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, cloudy with some showers. Kavieng, cloudy periods with some showers and possible thunderstorm. Kokopo and Rabaul, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kimbe, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Buka, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. The islands region, Mount Again City, cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Bands and Kundiawa, partly cloudy with some showers. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 3rd of April 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and bye for now.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
This program is proudly brought to you by Gezal International and Telecom PNG.